Alright guys, welcome back here once again. We're so sorry for that wait, but just had to, you know,
Well,
do a couple of stuff of course. But anyway, we are back here, so I'm gonna go ahead and ready up in the game. The our knife round and maps have already been selected, guys. A map is gonna be Port, Blackwater, and Subbase. We're gonna be kicking things off here on the map Port, and we haven't even introduced our teams. Just seeing Lüneburg up against the team Greedy here, guys. So let's go get
it's
the
a
ball
very
rolling.
charming way, by the way. You say
What
it.
is Lüneburg? Yeah, Lüneburg. And well, let's
Almost in a
not.
Dutch fashion.
Yeah, well, let's not. Hold on, I just gotta quickly do something here, as
Well,
I forgot to do
since the
this.
map is still loading up, you got the time.
Yeah, pretty much. So just
Looks
gonna.
like we're almost stuck, or somebody has a wooden PC.
Yeah, pretty much. But let's see what happens here. Of course, in this game, I have actually loaded up the bracket for you guys. As you can see, we do have Cardinals in that third place game. And of course, we will be seeing Team ESC in the finals, of course. And let's go ahead.
Well, as we spoke, actually, well, that team, excuse me, that team Lüneburg has put the aggression on in towards that A long side, and leaving it all up to Nartex right there in the corner. I think he will do the job. Dole will now tag along on top of A, finally being able to force the team Lüneburg to retreat. Well, Koala will pick up himself frags, and 123 Dole is actually the only threat over there. Shix will end up in a 1v2 situation, and the C4 is, well, right next to that box, as the flash will go out, and now he needs to make a move because, well, once you just, once you use your flash, you would probably want to go ahead and, I don't really know how to say it, like, you want to pick it up and then you want to go ahead for that A plant probably. So, well, I think he just wasted his flash grenade, and he should have kept it, like, first the normal grand, then the flash grenade, and yeah, then keep going.
Yeah, but first round though will of course go over to Team Greedy here, and already we're seeing probably with the sniper, but Lasagno will be the first one to get picked off from Dolda. VD still
Very
rocking
aggressive
that
round from the
info.
cities, though.
Yeah, VD still rocking that info. We see Frax here today as well, guys, playing well, actually just picking off Doll there actually. So and looks like Koala will go ahead and trade up Frax there, so Frax will fall, making things now a 2-for-1 trade here in favor of Team Greedy. And Smoke is down actually towards that A, probably still sniping off towards this B long here, could possibly find himself a pick. Nartex in the meantime though is playing off towards what seems to be Candy there pretty much. Ice God in the meantime towards A. Koala watching that middle. VD is actually towards that middle as well, watching the Candy area, probably could pick off Nartex if Nartex does want to go ahead and peek that crack. Shix in the meantime though is actually towards that A, but he's gonna most likely group up with his teammate towards his B. Yeah, Shakes does have the bomb. Looks like he's gonna group up with Flobby and Weedy there. Weedy gonna most likely be the first one to run in there. Has the M4 in hand. Probably though is gonna go ahead and fire that shot though. Misses the shot and fire that shot and misses the bullet there. Sorry, but Weedy has actually already crossed him now. Just playing little mind games. Will probably still though he is gonna go and miss that shot there. Looks like Nartex so is actually on that bomb site. Weedy there with the second double kill onto Nartex there, and now it's a 2-on-2 situation here. Shik's gonna go ahead and plant that bomb. Nade goes out there by Weedy, but not gonna be doing any damage whatsoever. And Ice God now he is actually pretty close on this flank here. Weedy just sat in this corner. Ice God just watching his bearings. And Ice God is gonna go ahead and push up. I think he is gonna realize Weedy's in that corner. Will go ahead and pick him up. Is all up to Shik's now. 1-on-2 situation here. Koala really needs to push in there to help out Ice God, but Ice God will make fairly short work of Shakes and picks him up, and that's the second round now on the scoreboard for Team Greedy.
Yeah, not really much to analyze. The only thing that, well, that left them in such a hopeless place was that they were missing further grenades, like flashes and smoke, so they couldn't really hold them off, and that was a good retake. In the end, it turned out positive for the cities, and that's gonna be about it.
Pretty much enough. Lobby actually just playing off towards outside this B area, and let's see what he's gonna do here. Actually, I mean, does spot a player towards that B long, will take a bit of damage as well, but Weedy's taking damage in this mid as well, left on 60 HP, and then Ice God just runs out there, trying to get back to his base, and sort of, you know, a play that was an accident, but sort of worked out in their favor there, as Ice God will go ahead and pick up Weedy there. Flobby in the meantime, they're still outside, outside that B long area. I think Nartex is playing up towards Candy once again. Yes, he is. Probably has the AWP this time on the A bomb site. Ice God in the meantime, though, is gonna go ahead and sit under this A connector. Frax though actually has an open hand this time and is sniping up towards CT. He did spot probably Shix, now just gonna give cover fire there from that bridge and not allow Koala to peek. Lisanio in the meantime though is playing off towards this a long area. Lisanio probably gonna give a boost up towards Frax there. Yep, yes he is, and probably should actually be careful for this boost here. Frax will peek out very shortly. Yep, he is. Will get picked up there. Great shot coming out of probably fires another one. Doesn't land onto Lisanio though. Lisanio forced to fall back here, but
not a great shot coming out of Shix right there.
Yeah.
I think he needed like 2 bullets and the second one went straight ahead. So now leaving it all up to Koala over there at bridge, and still Shix will be lingering around that area, just tries to make it difficult for Koala. I will apply the smoke as well as a flash grenade, and now Koala is pretty much cut off that middle, as Shix will be trying to make his way into AC along with Flobby, I believe. So
yeah,
make
but
the 2 players going through AC, and Ice God is actually already
take a look at
awaiting
Doll
those
though.
guys,
Take
yeah?
a look at Doll. He's actually already flanked behind him. Will go ahead and pick off Shix there. Had one player towards A long, didn't snap his attention towards that part, but it doesn't matter. The 4v2 situation, now 4v1 situation now,
good.
as Flobby got picked up, and Ice God will secure himself
Ice
the double
God
there.
really got Flobby bad there by surprise. That was, you know, a lot of unfortunate as well as very patient.
Indeed, and Lisanio now actually will go ahead and smoke out that A. Probably not going to want to give probably any room to work with, but Doll has an open hand as well, so running a dual setup, a dual sniper setup here on this map. Let's see what they do here. Frax will get himself into B connector, will pick off Koala. The Koala sort of playing like as if it was back in the days with the M4, where you could actually hold B long with this, you know, you could actually hold BC from the, well, you could actually hold B long from BC is the term I'm looking for, but I mean, generally that meta has sort of faded now, but Flobby will go ahead and pick off Doll there. That's going to be a 2-for-1, a 2-for-0 trade here, as Koala and Doll both just got picked up. Probably Nartex and Ice got the last 3 left alive here, probably watching the CT there, looking for a mid-push. Lisanio is pretty close towards that A long there, but looks like he's just spotting just in case anyone pushes up there, and Ice God is going to smoke that and fall back. But we do see a group here coming up towards this B bomb site. Nartex will have to hold this, and also will need to call for support as well soon enough. Is going to get fully flashed there. Can he find a shot there? Still not been... Okay, so there we go. Finally, no one shot a bullet at him, nor did he shoot one himself, but Flobby will go ahead and pick him up there. Lisanio now in a pre-planned position, so it's Fractal. He will get the kill there. It's all up to Ice God now. 1-on-4 situation here, but plenty of time for him to do this. Lisanio pretty much right under him. Flash comes out. Oh, does land the headshot there through the flash, but Frax is going to pick him up there, and that's going to be the first round actually on the scoreboard for Team Lüneburg.
Great game recognition here for the team Lüneburg. I believe, because they rotated to A, then back to B, and I was like, they were like split up, and then they eventually decided to go for B. I like that.
Yeah, and the Shix now actually this time playing off towards bridge. Weedy in the meantime though is gonna probably do the Harvey jump here in this mid. I presume he most likely will do, and let's see what he's gonna do. He's actually not really making much of a play right now, but they are fairly split off here. 3 towards this mid here, 1 close up, 1 mid range, 1 long range here. Typical setup you'd have in mid, typical Ice 9 strat in my opinion. Not strat, sorry, setup in my opinion on the blacklist side. But Weedy now made his way towards his BC here, has the control. Flobby in the meantime though is pretty close to him as well. Doll seems to be still on the B bomb side here, playing the headshot angle. Koala just you know, just like jumping up and down here, back and forth between CT and the B bomb site. Now Flobby is making his way towards this B box room, still has to clear it out of course, because he doesn't know if anyone's been boosted up as of late, and Weedy now is making his way as well. A smoke has gone down towards that B long, and a flash will be thrown off in that mid there. Frax is actually gonna get a push up, gets the info. He knows where Nartex and Koala is now, or possibly just Nartex. I actually wasn't watching it, but a minute now left on the clock, sorry, and that bomb needs to get picked off there from well, needs to get picked off from Shix, and yeah, he will go ahead and pick up. They're now probably gonna make their way towards this B site. Weedy is looking for this entry pick here. Smokes will go out. Koala's pretty close though. He will go ahead and get that first entry pick onto Weedy. Weedy just sort of like, I don't know, peekaboo. Yeah, through the crack, yeah, almost. But Koala though will go ahead and re-peek there as well. He finds one. Doll is going to trade up onto Flobby as Flobby picked off Koala there. It's all up to Shix. Shix lands a beautiful headshot there, but Ice got trades up as well. He's came in from the back, and Nartex is going to finish things up there. And 4-1 now actually on the scoreboard.
As the time elapsed, yet again they became nervous towards the end of the round. And yet again the smoke bought the CTs a lot of time, and they could, you know, get it together and then just hold the B side with 3 men. 2 fell victim on that B bomb set nonetheless, but in the end the last remaining CT came along, so well, makes that a 4-1 lead here, and I believe three rounds back to back for the team Lüneburg, if I'm not mistaken.
Isanio though already got dinked as 3 people pushed up that A long. And he's now left on 1 HP. Frax though will be the first one to fall there to Doll. Frax there just peeking the B.
Excuse me, what's the other round? It was Team Greedy.
Yeah, Frax was the one who was the first one to peek actually towards that B long area in the window. They're trying to pick off Doll from the headshot position, and he will get picked up. But Lisanio still remains alive on that 1 HP, so he's gonna he has to be really careful. I mean, he does have the bomb. He's on 1 HP. Probably not the best idea for him to keep the bomb in my opinion, but let's see what he can do here. Weedy now making his way up towards that AC. I think someone is actually boosted in that AC, which seems to be Ice God here. Ice God, if he hears the footsteps, he could make a play on this one. Weedy making his way up. Weedy's actually going to head off into the BC this time. So again, the team Lüneburg are going to go ahead and group up towards that BC area. Could go for a mid push as well. Actually, I think I think I'm seeing a mid push now, possibly. Oh, what a shot there from Nartex. Completely annihilating Weedy there. Flobby probably most likely wants to peek out as well, but it looks like Team Lüneburg are not going to throw any flashes on this one to get that mid control. Lisanio is there as well, so is Flobby. Nartex going to go ahead and spray, switches towards the Deagle now as he doesn't think he has much bullets left in his AK. But Koala though is going to go ahead and trade up onto Lisanio. Flobby gets a trade, also Shix and Flobby are the last 2 left alive. Flobby left on 8 HP, Shix left on 100. He needs to push out through that box room. There's only 26 seconds left. Will go ahead and pick off Doll off guard there. Beautifully done there from Shix. They need to get the bomb as well, but it actually got dropped down by Lisanio, who's on 1 HP. Flobby's gonna go ahead and pick that one up though, but it doesn't matter. The Ice God's already coming in from the back. Shix will make short work of him on that one. Now it's a 1-on-2 situation for probably. Has an AK in hand. 9 seconds left on the clock. Should be a bomb plant for them. Yep, secured bomb plant for them. Shix now needs to get in pre-plant position, and well, it doesn't matter. Probably just blew that one. Wow. Randomly spraying, and that will be 4-2.
I think 4-2 is a fair scoreline until this point, because you know the T's, they are taking it very, very passive until the until the second quarter of the round, and then they try to put the aggression on, waste a few of their grenades, and then they try to aggress a B side pretty much, and they end up in you know, under stacks, if you want to put it so simple, and then they can't really go out because there are at least 2 people right there, and they are just throwing a smoke into the entrance, and they can't really go through because then they would just, you know, lurking in the dark and catch all the bullets, which would come across from Koala, as well as Doll, and as well as the third who will come to accompany them from the B bridge. I mean, from the middle bridge. Yeah,
but right now, though, we do see Team Lüneburg here headed over to the A bomb site. It looks to be Frax has been boosted up, probably gonna call for them to peek out on the either the 120, I'm guessing the 122nd mark here, or probably after the smoke dissipates, as we have 2 players towards this A bomb site here, which seems to be probably an Ice God here, and it looks like they have someone on the bridge as well, which seems to be, oh well, someone close to the bridge, which is Nartex, so probably in a good position here. Ice God though is there as well. Shots being fired there from Greedy, and it looks like they're about to push out here. Ice God will find the first pick here, and also probably needs to peek out as well, but he's gonna get dropped there from Weedy. Did find the first pick there actually, and we have someone pretty close to that bridge there, which seems to be Koala playing in the cubby area, but 50 seconds left on the clock here, and it looks like Team Lüneburg are just gonna bottle this one and head off towards the B bomb side instead. They go, why are they shifting at this point? They should be running towards that B bomb side right now. The time is of the essence at this point right now. VD gonna go ahead and nade out that mid. Will catch a nade himself. Left him 4 HP now. BP saves lives pretty much for him. And 30 seconds now left on the clock. Dollar is actually rotated towards the bomb side. Will get spotted there from Flobby. But Flobby taking lots of damage from Doll there. That nade won't do anything at all to Doll. Doll should probably call it. Is gonna be B bomb site. Koala has also realized that as well as he was towards the candy area. Koala, if he has any projectiles left, he should probably use them. Nartex now making his way as well. Is gonna go ahead and nade that CT area. Frax will fall there to Koala. Is all up to VD now. 1-on-3 situation. He was actually holding the flank. It looks like someone's sticking the bomb. Yeah, someone is gonna be sticking the bomb, which is Koala.
Koala's
VD
fusing through. Yeah, he's gonna.
and VD. Oh, Koala actually.
Oh, he broke up. Well,
He
still
broke
plenty
up,
of time on the
yeah,
clock.
plenty of time on the clock there. But VD, I mean, especially in that, he you always need to remember in the worst case scenario is like if they were gonna go for a bomb plant, they should have bomb planted that for CT and
Yeah.
not for B box room.
Yeah.
And that bomb plant was for B box room / back of site. So complete failure there coming out of Team Lüneburg. But
Whoa.
nonetheless, that Koala with the
very
dirty
surprising
peek
over
there will pick off the first one. Has a teammate alongside him as well, which is Doll. Doll picks off the first one as well. Gets a second of his own. Switches towards the Deagle now. Has spots Weedy as well, but doesn't land the shot there. Weedy will kill him. And Nartex now has actually rotated as well. Very
Really
fast
with a lot of
rotates.
confidence right there.
Yeah, a lot of fast rotates coming out of Team Greedy right now. They actually have all 3 players right outside this B bomb site. Shix and VD last 2 left alive. Yeah, VD still rocking that M4, picks off a kill there, making it an even 2-on-2 situation. Now Shix has the bomb in hand. He has an AK in hand as well. VD really needs to deliver this frag here. He needs to be the bull delivering crowd pretty much. Will spot Nartex and put a couple of bullets into him. Nartex is still peeking. Will pick him up there. That's the exact frag they needed. All up to Ice God now. He's actually in a perfect position though. VD, you should pre-fire that box. He actually pre-fires it, but doesn't do any damage. And now Ice God's gonna peek and collects the double there.
What a massive rock on Ice God.
Beautiful play
You
there
really
coming out
have
of
to
Ice
have
God.
the guts to do this.
No, I mean, guts indeed. But that failure came down to Weedy's pre-fire of that box. He actually hit the corner of the box.
Yeah.
And even though I saw blood on my screen, that's probably a spectator glitch. But I don't think Weedy saw anything, and therefore probably thought it was clear. But that's here nor there. And what is here and what is that? Is that Nartex just picked off Frax there? So early 5v4 situation right now. But that doesn't matter now. 1-for-1 trade.
You would probably not always expect a player to be sitting over there, like
No,
in such a blatant place. So the team lose a player early on in that round, and now he's gonna fall victim to probably Hack, and this will leave the T's in a one-man minority, 4-3 to be exact, and 62 is the scoreline on the board, and I believe this is going to take us on a very long round yet again, because now they really will be trying to pull the next kill, and before they do that, they have to rotate, because there's no way of how I'm just looking at Lesagno at the moment. There's no way of how he could try to pull the kill at probably, because he's very passive and he decides to back away in the end. So he picks up that C4 and will tag along with Floby in order to try to overstack that B bomb site. Over on B will be 1-2-3 Doll and Koala. And Koala is gonna go through BC in order to flank Lesagno. Now this contact has happened. Floby will drop himself 1-2-3 Doll as he might have noticed now that BC will come by. And now the C4 finally went down. 33 seconds on the clock. Now the clock is ticking against them, and Ice God will tag along with Koala. So now let's see how it turns out. Floby decided to drop down that ledge, and he stood up, yet gets himself that kill on the round. Left and right they fly. Koala gets himself the second one, and the bomb is gonna get defused. So adds that a 7th round on the board, make that a 7-2 the overall scoreline to close out this half, which puts the team TG in the 7-2 lead.
Yeah, indeed it is. So 7-2 here to Team Greedy.
Finally, some team making a statement,
Yeah, well, I mean, we saw it as well before in the previous game as well. So I think it was Team.
The team before it was Escape against Cardinals.
Yeah, and they also dropped a 7-2 as well, if you remember, in the first in one of the first halves of the games.
Pretty much, and then it went into a close one.
Yeah, and unfortunately, for them,
and
it did go into a close one.
Was a 10-10.
Yeah, so I mean,
on port. as well.
Yeah, on port as well. So let's see what they do here. This time we will be seeing Team Greedy playing on the blacklist side of things here. 7-2 here. 3 more rounds for them remaining. Ice God kicks things off there with the first kill onto Floppy. Weedy now forced to rotate as well. Gonna eat an 8 left and 57 HP. Koala's taking a bit of damage there from the bridge. Doesn't matter though. Doesn't stop Weedy either. He's gonna pick up a kill onto Koala. Still spraying through the smoke here. Probably just damn, that fire coming out of probably there will eventually kill him off in the second. Well, I think that was the second bullet there. Ice God, they're going to be returning fire onto Lysandro. As Lysandro picked off probably. Things have now shaped up to a 3-on-2 situation here. Shix playing off in the CT area will get spotted there from Nartex. And the Frax actually coming in from the back there. He will actually pick off one player. And now Shix will also get a kill as well onto Ice God. It's a 1-on-1 battle now for Frax. He has the advantage almost, but Nartex with a great flick that picks off the 2K, and that is going to be now 8-2 here
yes,
on
the
this
8th round
scoreboard.
goes to the Portuguese variety. How unfortunate for Lüneburg. It looked so well from the start, and then, well, now Frax decides to pick up that AWP, and he will be left alone over there as the team Greedy decided to go on that B-bomb site. Have to fly.
Shix with a huge play there in that B box room area. Allowed the team to push out. Gets the 4K. Can he do the 5K here? Is all up to Doll now to hold this 1v3 situation. Can Shix get the 5K here for the videos here? They spotted Doll, but Floppy will go ahead and pick him up there. Denied pentakill there from Floppy there, but huge play nonetheless from Shix there. Just that drop down 1 deagle as well with that deagle just sort of made it as well. But that's gonna be another round on the scoreboard here for Team Lüneburg, making things now 8-3 on the scoreboard here. And no holds barred really in this second semi-final game.
And to bear in mind, it's just 1 round that separates the Team Greedy from a sure tie in this map, and just 2 more for the map victory. So, well, as I mentioned yesterday, the last and the but last round sometimes are the hardest for the winning team.
Ice God now actually posted in this B box room along with 3 of his other teammates, possibly 4 of his other teammates as well. And well, Frax though will kick things off there with the first kill there onto Koala. Probably though will get the kill though instead onto Lysandro. Shix though does trade that one up here. Let's see what Shix can do. He spots another player towards that double stack, but Frax lands the shot once again. It's all up to Shix. Frax lands another there, looking for the third, but doesn't quite find it. But Shix will trade that one up onto Nartex, and that's gonna put things now 8-4 here on the scoreboard. And now it looks like Team Greedy are gonna go ahead and run over back towards that B site once again. Shix not actually gonna give himself away towards that crack area, but both players now actually in this B box room area. Koala has the bomb there. He's sort of circling towards that B box room area as well. Ice God already managed to find his way into that onto the bridge area of the CTs. And will get picked off there from Greedy. Koala though finds a pick onto Shix. Lysandro trades up though, but Nartex trades up as well. But now another trade comes out from Frax as well. It's now a 3-on-2 situation here. 1 minute 50 seconds left on the clock here. Very ample time here for Team Greedy to decide what they want to do. This is a winnable situation for them as well. They do have 2 players on this bridge here, Flobby and Weedy here, and Frax in the meantime playing off towards B. So if they're gonna make a decision to hit A, they're gonna decide right now. As looks like Flobby's making his way. That flash goes in from Frax, I think from Weedy there, or from Flobby himself, and Flobby will go ahead and pick off Doll. That is all up to probably now, and looks like
that top flash comes out of Flobby, and well, probably was just about lucky to get away from this, and now he decides to go otherwise. Look at this, he has got the C4, he has got the health needed, and all he needs to do is now run away actually as far as possible. Ah, darn. That will add a 5th round on the board here for the team Lüneburg. 8-5 is the overall scoreline, by the way.
Yep, 8-5 now is the overall scoreline indeed, and let's see what Team Greedy need to do here. They I think they should sort of like circle towards that B bomb side again, and maybe back to the A bomb side as well. The first round aggression towards that A bomb side was something else, and maybe they should decide to go there once again. But Flash will go off into that B box room area, and Shix at this point is playing towards the back ledge here, not headshot box itself. So let's see what he can do here. He does have Lysandro towards the B box room as well. Flash goes in here. Koala's probably fully blind from that one, and it looks like he is gonna go ahead and not gonna go ahead and peek out. Actually, we do have a couple of players off in this BC, and let's see what they can do here. Frax in the meantime still playing off towards Candy. Will spot probably there. He's gonna go ahead and pick him up. Yeah, he's gonna go ahead and pick him up. That Ice God now actually making the jump as well, and Fraxer will go ahead and flick towards him, but doesn't land the kill there. But we do have Weedy in that CT is gonna fall to Nartic, so even 1-for-1 trade there actually, but still though Team Greedy on the disadvantage in terms of HP. And let's see what happens here. Dollar is actually in this A connector, probably gonna head off towards this A here. We do have someone on this A top, which is Flobby, and he's really hugging off towards his box right now. Doll is peeking out, but obviously Flobby does not realize Koala is on that ledge. Koala is actually still in box. And Flobby is going to go ahead and spray all his bullets there towards Ice God. Ice God though is going to go ahead and pick him up. Actually looks like Shix has already, Frax has actually already rotated. He will go ahead and pick off the first one there. Still 3 more members remaining here. Nade goes in there, not damaging Frax whatsoever. And Shix has rotated as well, as well as Lisanio, sorry. So let's see if
actually I believe that
Greedy
that for the first time in the South TG ended up in the majority, 4-3, and now they gave it away to the hands of Frax, which was very unfortunate. And now IceGod will fall back right there. He will be trying to flank, I believe, as soon as Pain and Nartex, Koala and Nartex, excuse me, will go ahead and try to enter that B bomb site. They eventually realized that B is quite nicely protected. That's why he decides to be sneaky and play that backstabbing role. And now he commences. I'm only watching him at this present moment. So he sees the CT. He finally decides to nail him down as Nartex will continue fragging on Shix, and there you go. They close out this round, and that is gonna make that that match point to. They will be able to make it through to the match point. That's what she told.
So 9-5 here on the scoreboard, and it looks like they're gonna go for this A push here once again, which I was looking forward to. Flobby now spots like 100 people charging at him like bulls, and what is he gonna do at this point? Frax is fully flashed off. Flobby drops down though, picks off the first one, looking for a second, needs to reload that AK. Ice God needs to push him up at this time. Probably is firing bullets as well. Weedy though finds a kill as well. Flobby's gonna drop another player, and now the bomb has been dropped, and this is a really worst case scenario. The Badal with a sexy shot there onto Flobby. Probably lands a shot as well. The tables are turning, probably finds another one, looking for a third, switches towards the Deacon now. Lisanio still peeking, probably picks him up, and whoa, what a way to end that.
Why would Weedy wait up there? I mean, why? Why in God's name? He waited until the last second when his teammate fell victim to the 2 last remaining players on the T side, and then he eventually decided to pop up and help. Well, bad timing right there. Sorry, Weedy, I might have to criticize that. So I believe 10-5 was the overall scoreline. So
yep.
First map goes to Team Greedy, and
our
we
second
are
map
to see the second one.
Second map is gonna be sub base, and Team Lüneburg have decided to opt to take the global race side here. So let's go ahead and get the ball rolling here. As I'm just gonna quickly note something down. Feel free to say something. I was just writing a note down.
I think that the team Lüneburg was quite cautious, and they couldn't really redeem themselves at no point. Seeing that they picked up just the 5th, and the 7th round, I believe, or the 6th round. No, the 5th and the 7th round were the rounds that they picked up, and then they ended up in this 4-2. Then Team Greedy was able to secure the 7th and the 8th round. No, the 9th and the the 9th round by the score line, by the general score line. Then they added an 8th round on the board. Then Lüneburg was able to pick up one more, and then they were trying, to be more passive, bowling back and forth, and it didn't quite pay off by the end of the match. So 10-5, excuse me, is a quite convincing scoreline here for Team Greedy. Definitely more and more becoming favorites for this tournament, and I'm really pumped to see them playing against Escape if it comes that far. I mean, Lüneburg is a quite good team. We saw them play yesterday against NCS, where they could convince.
But they lack team chemistry, though, in my opinion. I believe I'm pretty sure this team has only been formed really for the WCA Open Qualifier. So, I mean, I haven't seen them really scrim. Well, I don't. They might have scrimmed together. I don't know, but this must have been a last-minute call to form the team.
They are quite an old team as well in terms of CrossFire. Like they across the board, they are at least 20 years old. So they should have known each other before.
Yeah.
Like individually,
of course, yeah.
Especially Weedy, looking at the
and Weedy and
at
Frax
history.
both play together.
Yeah, they've been playing for a while.
Yeah, so
and I think they are not called Team Lüneburg for no reason. I think they are basically all from the same area, which is around that Hamburg and northern Germany and everything. So, well, anyway, let's see.
We're gonna go ahead and jump into the game here, guys, as we are about to start here. And as already mentioned, it looks like Team Lüneburg are gonna be taking the the Globalist side on the sub base. So let's go ahead and see what they will do here. Koala is actually gonna go ahead and sort of start off with the ball rolling with the open hand, and not gonna give probably the chance to do it instead, though. But it looks like they're already running down towards that A bomb side. Reedy's there already. He has the M4 in hand, but Nartex is going to go ahead and pick him up there. Lisanio though lands the headshot onto him. Even 1-for-1 trade though. Lisanio lands another one. Koala's not going to fight that one as well as Shik's picked off Ice God. It's a 2-on-4 situation now, not in the favor of Team Greedy. Why are you dropping the bomb here, Koala? Why are you peeking out for that one? It doesn't matter. The doll will go ahead and pick off Lobby. Koala needs to run back for the bomb. He's making a huge mistake of dropping it. Looks like Shik's though will go ahead and pick off Koala there, and Doll is going to get that refrag. And our Doll's life is a lot more harder now for that bomb being dropped. I mean, he could have decided to go for a bomb site then. He could have decided to go to B if the bomb was not dropped, or if Koala actually had the bomb in hand, it would have been easier for him to pick it up because it would have been right behind him. But right now the Doll,
the Team Lüneburg is now
but
him going into that A bomb site.
Yeah, they're actually pretty certain now. They know. But Lisanio is gonna peek there. Doll will go ahead and pick him up. Frax is in exactly the correct position as well. Doll though, is he gonna play this smart? Is he? Yeah, he has actually. No, he actually hasn't noticed. He's still there though. Frax holding the angle. He needs to land the headshot. Doll has spotted him as well. Shots being fired at each other. Doll though switches towards the Deagle and will pick him up there. And that's going to be the first round there to Team
They
Greedy.
just take this momentum over to the next map.
Pretty much is what they are doing at this point. And once again, the Team Greedy headed over to that A bomb site. Looks like this time they're going to send Weedy and Lisanio there once again. And let's see what they can do here at this point. Weedy just playing really close here. Probably knows. Weedy picks off a double there. Weedy now looking for the triple. Nartex now gets the double instead. But Nartex is going to get popped from Shix. There's all up to Ice God. Now tables are turning here everywhere. The Ice God finds a double kill. It's all up to Frax now. Oh,
Wow,
that was too fast for me.
That was a ridiculous
That was too fast, but I think I kept up. That was too fast, but I think I kept up.
Oh, Frax will close out the round.
Picks him up there. Tied up 1-for-1 there. That was fast, but I think I kept up.
I believe all the guys now said, well, good job, Frax. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks, Frax.
Thank you very much, yeah.
Frax the Salvator. And it looks like the Team Greedy will continue in a hurry. They will be trying to take this early advantage of the ventilation, and IceGod will try to make his way through.
While they're picking off chicks
on
as
the
well,
opposite side. Well, done. We almost cut it as it was.
Lobby in the meantime though is playing off towards this B top area, and Frax playing off in bricks there in his spawn. Ice God in the meantime though is headed off towards that B long area as well as his teammates, and really Flobby really does need to hold this. I mean, they are going to be coming up soon though. Flobby misses the shot though, but it doesn't matter. Weedy will go ahead and pick off Koala, but the heat is all towards Flobby at this point, towards that B long. And it looks like Flobby's going to go ahead and re-peek again. Will pick off the first one, which is Doll. He should have enough bullets left in his AK to get the second, but no. Probably will go ahead and pick him off. The bomb is being planted here from Ice God. 3v3 situation. Now Frax is coming up from that L turn. Ice God should have spotted him in that one. Ice God does. Yeah, no, actually, sorry. Nartex will go ahead and pick him up there. Weedy going to fall back slightly. Lisanio is already in that cage. 25 seconds left on the clock now. They need to push in 3v2 situation. Lisanio's going to go firing in. Balls deep. Doesn't care. Will go ahead and pick up Nartex. A 2-on-2 situation now. Ice God's going to fall to Weedy as well. This should be a comfortable retake for them, and they will take it.
That was a weedy moment number 2. Like, and you were expecting me to
I
blow
was
off.
I was
You were-
expecting you to
yeah,
analyze that. You were
you
like,
blow off in, you know, I don't know, praises for weedy. Well, it was a great retake. What else shall I add? I believe they just outplayed it nicely. Oh, don't cough, bro. I believe
stopped
they
in my
were
tracks in
well,
that one.
they actually just well, the T's were just lacking grenades. That's all I have to tell about this round, because you know the team Lüneburg could very well like run in the open and kill him.
Pretty much that is what they could have done, but let's see what happens now here, as probably is making his way up towards this B area. Ice God though will go ahead and find himself a pick in that vent area.
Ice God actually picked up 3 frags of his own for the entry picks, so he's quite a viable player up until now.
Yeah, VD though is gonna get dinked there from probably. Doesn't matter though, Ice God is gonna go ahead and drop frags. VD will get naded there, Kobe. And 1v3 situation now for Lisanio. He really needs to get this to boost them, to give his team a lot more like a little boost of momentum. Of course, Lisanio just stuck on stuck in that little bit of wood there, but looks like he is back. 35 seconds left on the clock now, and let's see what he can do, as he is gonna go ahead and run over towards that L turn.
Well, I don't believe he will find
Oh,
it. Yeah, there comes the
yeah,
cross.
there we go. Probably we'll go ahead and pick him up there. So very nice strike coming out of Lisanio, but that is now gonna tie things up 2-2 here.
Well, so now TG broke the momentum of Lüneburg, since the 2 preceding rounds went back to back for them, and well, this is pretty much open here yet again. We are actually witnessing the same or similar setup that happened in the first map. First they were, you know, trying to discover where the T's are gonna hit, and then, you know, they could pick up on that. So now, well, TG was just about lucky to pick up that round. Obviously, well, Shix will open up the round, giving himself or taking the better of probably over there. So well, Flobby fell victim. I think Flobby was the first victim to who did he get fragged by?
Probably.
Probably. Okay, so make that a 1-for-1 trade, and well, Weedy takes a pretty much, yeah, his favorite position, as I believe.
Look at Ice
yesterday,
God.
yeah.
Look at Ice God. Ice God posted in this vent here. No one's checking that they're gonna push that A down bottom anytime soon here. Lisanio, no, sorry, not Lisanio. Weedy's actually there as well. Weedy is gonna go ahead and peek. Looks like he will get a pick. Looks like Lisanio won't watch his vents, as well as Ice God pops out. This is a beautiful play coming out of Team Greedy. Shixo does manage to land a headshot onto Ice God there. Knows that Doll is up behind him, but Doll will make short work of him on that one. Beautiful execution there from Team Greedy. And things are now a one round lead to Team Greedy, making things 3-2.
Now we are witnessing how the Team Greedy are trying to, well, try to advance to that B side. On the right hand side, there's going to be one player hiding behind that sneaky box. It's going to be Frags, I believe. And yes, he does land the 2 first kills on the round. Not technique wise though. 1-2-3 Doll gets himself 2 of his own, and listen, he will get the better of Pain. Leaving it in a 2v2 situation, or, well, you know, taking it on to a 2v2 situation, and Shix will be hiding out there in the corner, gets himself that probably, and well, that's going to be a 3rd round on the board here for the Team Lüneburg. So 3-3 is the overall scoreline, and well, this match goes a lot faster, actually, overall than the first.
A lot faster,
yeah,
but back to back.
Yeah, back to back it is.
So at the same time though, it's just sort of stretching out a lot longer. But again though, Doll will take a bit of damage there, left in 20 HP. But once again though, Ice God finds himself in the vents there. But Flobby kicks things off there with the first kill onto Koala there. Probably is alongside him as well. So is Nortex. Probably wants to drop that bomb there, as you know, he doesn't really want to get picked off at this moment in time, especially if Flobby realizes he has the bomb. But Flobby's gonna actually opt to fall back there. Just looks at Frax thinking, you know, where are you sat? What can I do from here? So realizes that Frax is pretty close to him and can get onto that balcony. Well, practically is on that balcony, to be fair. So Looks like he will actually play up close there once again, but in the meantime, the Team Greedy circling towards the A bomb site here once again. Ice God though in the vents here. Someone really needs to check that out. Vents, Lysandro most likely. He is actually watching it this time, but as soon as that push commences towards the bottom, yeah, look, probably is going to go ahead and drop Weedy, but Lysandro has learned his lesson here. Flobby is going to go ahead and pick off Notex. Lysandro still waiting for the vent push. He knows it's coming. And the A bomb site is actually pretty much open right now, but Ice God though still taking his time. Lysandro really needs to find this pick. Lysandro now making a little bit of noise there. Smoke will go out. Frax is actually coming in for a flank here. Gonna be up behind probably, and well, actually picked off Doll there. Ice God finally picked off the right moment to pick off Lysandro. Ice God finds himself another one. Flobby is there as well, but Ice God's gonna go ahead and run down there and probably will go ahead and pick off Frax there. So now a 1-on-2 situation here. Flash goes in, beautiful flash coming out of Ice God there. Probably gonna give enough time for probably to go ahead and get towards the bottom. Another flash goes in as well. This is beautiful timing coming out of Team Greedy, but that's not gonna stop Flobby. He's gonna go ahead and run down, spots a person, run to the left, but I don't think he realized both players are actually gonna run to the left here. Bomb should be planted for the bottom of them. It looks like Ice God is probably gonna go in for a flank. I don't think he has time for that. Probably.
I don't think neither.
Yeah. Oh!
Boom!
Hello.
Down you go.
Down
Bye
you
bye.
go.
Bye
Goodbye, sweet prince.
4-3.
4-3, probably with a great one shot there. Ending that round in style. And yeah, back-to-back rounds we're seeing once again, but this time it is going to be
2 more rounds on the
4-3.
south, and well, Koala gets himself the first entry pick here over Frax. Frax pretty much a bank right there on the right-hand side of the map towards that B long entrance. Now he falls victim, and well, I'm not quite sure whether this is not going to remove a little bit of the confidence of the Team Lüneburg that they could get from the first from the second and the third round of the map overall. So now we are seeing a 3 against 4 setup here in favor of the Team Lüneburg, and as the team Greedy will take it slow and slow down again in order to make the next pick. But as I spoke, Weedy shortened that to just a 4v2 situation, and I don't see a method of how probably and Payne would be able to, or Nartex if you will, would be able to go through with, because the C4 is pretty much far away over at A, I believe. And well, yeah, now let's just wait and see.
Yeah, 4v2 situation here probably. Still posted in the B machine room. He needs to get that bomb, but Lysandro's coming in for a flank. No, sorry, Shix and Lysandro coming in for a flank. Shixo will get the first one. Lysandro looking for the second here. Nartex is not giving them any information at all. And Nartex still in the B machine room. 50 seconds left on the clock. I think Team Lüneburg have pretty much explored every part of the map apart from that B machine. And eventually Lysandro will drop Nartex there. And we are tied now. 4-4. One more round remaining.
It was a little bit of a sloppy round here from the Team Greedy, I believe, because they didn't really expect the third player to get dropped, because they really wanted to take it slow and really wanted to be sneaky and play upon that B bomb site. And once they got into position, one player fell victim to Team Lüneburg, and well, they thought to themselves, well, what are we doing this for? I don't really know.
Weedy just been spotted that towards that bottom right, but he has Lysandro alongside him. Weedy collects himself a double. It looks like Lysandro got picked off from Koala, probably finds a pick as well. Shix now needs to get towards that bottom right quickly. Flash goes in as well. Shix fully blind from that one. Frax is towards a top though. He can fight. He can provide support, and but it doesn't matter. They're probably gonna run straight back towards that B long. Ice God though getting shot out. Flobby is gonna go ahead and pick him up. 1-on-3 situation. After probably had some very swift movement there, getting from wood to already B, and he's gonna go ahead and plant that bomb down. 1v3 situation. 18 seconds left on the clock. Frax has noticed him, but Flobby will collect the pick. Then that's gonna be 5-4 here to Team Lüneburg.
A very quick round as well. Seeing at the time clock, seeing at the timer, it was still like almost 1.5 minutes on left for the round, and well, yeah. So this is gonna be a, I believe it is a 5-4.
Yep, 5-4 to Team Lüneburg. And let's see what they're gonna do here now on this second half. I'm hoping to see a fair bit of aggression coming out of Team Lüneburg, of course, and
they really need to pick it up, because this is their last
they sort of
chance.
do. I do feel like Weedy was placed in a position he should have really been in. Like, he was playing A down, but he was playing A down with an M4. And when you get rushed from 4 players,
Also
from like
from
4
his favorite position, as I believe.
yeah, possibly is his favorite position, but he should have really opted to take an AK, because like an AK is proven very useful, of course, at short to mid range, of course, and that's
And yet he has proven otherwise yesterday, because you know he showed us the great triple kill that he pulled off within a split second. So, well, you never know. I think players should play with whatever they feel comfortable with.
Indeed, and Smoke will go down already towards that wood area, and Weedy is gonna go ahead and possibly push up here. So let's see what happens. Nade does go out here, but not doing any damage whatsoever. And oh, okay, yeah. Never mind. I was actually running the wrong mouse, but
Oh, okay.
Shix though in the meantime though is playing off towards this B machine room. Let's take a look at the setup here. We got
Oh, look at him. He sprayed a smiley into the wall. Look at Flobby.
oh.
He wanted to be fancy with the stream.
Flobby though, just yeah, you know, just having a blast I guess right now. And Weedy though is gonna go ahead and make his way up towards this wood area. Frax is actually in the vents though. I think he is gonna drop out soon enough. The Nartex does find the first kill that Shix is trying to contest, but he's actually in a 2-on-1 situation right now. Shix needs to fall back. He's actually hiding right behind that wall. Weedy makes his way up there. Doll is gonna go ahead and drop him. And probably still towards the bottom. Smoke is down, not allowing Flobby to contest, and Fraxo will go ahead and pick off Nartex there. I think that is Ice God in the vents. Yeah, Ice God in the vents. In the meantime, Doll is still watching that wood area. Koala playing off towards quad this time. He was initially towards balcony, but is gonna go ahead and well, get a bit aggressive towards that quad. Probably in the meantime though is in a great position here. He has 2 players coming towards him. They need to check that Frax. Oh, Flobby checks it, saving Frax's life there. And that's going to put things down in a 3-on-2 situation. Ice God is going to go ahead and flash out. Fraxo will get dropped there. Flobby's coming down as well. Shix has been spotted. Flobby going to take a bit of damage. He's going to take cover there behind that wall. It doesn't matter though. Koala finishes it up with the Kobe. And that is going to be 5-5.
Them there. He literally stopped them, like in their tracks. They were trying to commence, and well, he was like, no, denied. I'm not gonna spray at you. No. He got a little bit unlucky that the second one incoming actually was able to get away with a little less than 15 HP, I believe, and then he got naded by Rex, I think it was. And yeah. That's pretty much it. So now Weedy will try to make his way through that ventilation as he gets noticed by Ice God, and if I was Weedy, I would probably decide to back away, and so he does. No, returns back to that ventilation. Probably made Ice God believe he wanted to go for a different side, and yet he returned. So now pretty much keeping Ice God busy over there, probably standing a little bit closer to that to those stairs, and the C4 is dropped away quite far. Lesanya will find himself one, and Doll is gonna add another frag on his personal account. And look how patient Weedy was waiting on that Ice God. Well, Ice God gets assisted by who was it? I believe it was Koala. Now teaming up together, and they will probably execute that HE grenade in towards that vent. No, not quite.
Oh, and probably literally right behind them there. Weedy will get picked up there. Sorry about that. And Lisanyo is gonna go ahead and trade up as well. I think, yeah, probably we went for a huge flank there from that wood, and eventually we'll find the kill. And 1-on-3 situation here. 40 seconds left on the clock. What would you do at this point?
Run for my life, probably.
Run to the bomb site, or just save the gun? CS style.
CS style. I don't know. Maybe if the symptoms from CS come up, I would probably try to save my gun, but I would have honestly tried to close the round
by getting as much
20
frags as you can.
Before that. Because if you're alone, you would probably try to pick up one player of the 3 remaining as soon as possible, and then you would opt for planting the bomb. And left and right are the kills flying as I speak. Probably gets himself 2.
Oh!
And he continues on with the 3rd. Oh my word! make that a 3K, and he's looking for the 4. The continuation is there. Oh, so unlucky.
Probably a 4K for him. He didn't get the first 2 on the camera, but that does not matter. 4K for probably there. And Frax, last one left alive here. 1-on-3 situation. 1 minute 50 seconds left in the clock. And this time he actually has a decision. He actually has time to decide where he wants to go and what he wants to do at this point.
Well, if the Team Greedy has him to oppose. Yeah, well, 3-0 is the score line.
7 to 5.
7 to 5, yeah.
7 to
This
5
is the
here.
overall score line.
Yeah, 7 to.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about. Well, anyway, I believe that the team Lüneburg, they are, taking it way too aggressive right at this point. They probably need to take control of B a little bit more, because all rounds that they lost, they have tried to plant a bomb at A, or at least get through to A, and they couldn't quite succeed up until this point. Now they decide to go for that B bomb site, and well, might eventually find Nartex over there, if I'm not mistaken. So Nartex will lose around about 53 HP, and will apply a little bit of pressure onto those T's, as he will make this balcony over there. I don't believe he will hit anybody. Yeah, he didn't. Well, it's a 4v4 situation, but the CTs aren't sitting pretty looking across their health bars. And looks like there's also no way forward for the T's, which is quite interesting. And they are just waiting and playing upon the greediness of the team Greedy right at this point. Well, they are playing upon the team greediness of Team Greedy. How lucky is that? I caught myself talking myself into it. Now they decide to back away. Flobby will get that C4, and well, he needs to hide out, because he might have noticed Ice God will take it a little bit more aggressive this time around, and he waits underneath the stairs. Can definitely play a factor in this round once the time clock gets tight. And yes, he does. He gets himself first, gets traded by Lesenyo, and Dol will be on the assist, pretty much flanking, gets Shix, and is looking for a continuation. Wouldn't find anybody, since Weedy is up there, and well, he now needs to rotate as fast as possible. 27 seconds on the clock to make that 26, 25, and he's at flash. He really needs to make the move just about now, and the C4 is gone. Wow. Adds that a 4th round on the board in this half, which makes it a 8 to 5 overall, I believe.
Yeah, 8 to 5 overall here. And
TG
remember,
definitely picking up.
Yeah, remember Team Greedy did win the first map here, guys. So if they win this sub-base game, they will be your finalist to battle it out for that for that
that's
10K.
actually gonna be the first 2 maps match at all in this tournament, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Wow.
And let's see here though, Frax this time has the open hand, and let's see what he can make do with this. I mean, Shix though did just spot Ice God there. Ice God getting really ballsy there, trying to get some information, but he survives nonetheless there. And looks like
and
3
now
players.
they seem to be favoring that A bomb set again. I don't know for what reason. It did so well at B. And Nartex will drop himself the first. Gets traded here by Shix immediately. Flubby will reply back onto Dol, and this will leave the things in a 4v3 situation here in favor of the team Lüneburg. A pop flash grenade will come out. Maybe also outflashed a little bit of no, not quite frags. Well, maybe to some extent, and he will be sneaking up at Koala Beast, will catch him by surprise around the back, and now the things are pretty much open here for the team Absolute. I'm sorry, not Absolute, but Lüneburg. I'm so confused because he used to play for Absolute for quite some time, and well, now the tables are turned here. Well, Ice God will have something to oppose here against Lesenyo, and Shix will trade Ice God for that previous kill. Now probably comes in for the kill, and still faces 2 men left alive here behind the missiles, and this will add a a first round on the board in this half, and an 8 to 6 overall, still in favor of the team TG.
Yep, still in favor of Team DG. The flash will go out towards that B long. Nade goes out as well. Dol's gonna eat that nade, but they're pushing up towards this B area. Doldo eventually does trade up onto Notex as really picked him up. Koala finds a pick onto Shix, but Shix ended Doldo. Frax finds a trade as well. Tables are turning here, but it's now a 3v2 situation. Yes, Koala left on 6 HP. Flobby's been spotted as well. Flobby lands a great headshot onto Koala. It's all up to probably now in a 1-on-3 situation here. 1 minute and 55 seconds left on the clock, and let's see what he can do here. He is going to go ahead and give his position away by nading that B.
That's like officially the earliest bomb plant in the whole tournament by 150. And this really came down to the mistake that the CTs did, which was
Probably now
over-aggression.
making his way into the L turn. 1v3 situation for him. He has one player right next to him there. Well, land a headshot there. 1v2 situation now for him. Probably going to go through the dark room area this time. Checking his corners. 15 seconds left on the clock here. He needs to do this. He needs to finish it up. He also needs to reload his AK. 10 seconds left on the clock now. Lisanyo is going to go ahead and peek now. Lisanyo needs to land another peek there. But Frax is going to get picked up there from probably doesn't have enough time, and Lisanyo will win that battle.
Well, he wouldn't have made it anyway because the bomb timer was about 3 seconds when he finished off the butt last player, and well, eventually will fall victim to, I believe, to Lisanyo, if I'm not mistaken, and that is an 8-7 overall scoreline, isn't it?
Yeah, 8-7 to Team Greedy. So Team Greedy really only need 2 more rounds here to close this one out and head over to that grand final, of course, against ESC. And let's see what they're gonna do here. Frax, in the meantime, is just waiting in this L-turn area, looking for this pick into Darkroom, but no one is actually there at all. And Weedy, in the meantime, though, is actually positioned in this vent. Ice God may possibly get boosted up here. I think he is going to. Ice God jumps up there, spots Weedy, realizes he is there. Weedy obviously didn't see him on his screen. Doll now about to come up as well, about to get boosted here. Ice God fires a couple more bullets, but Weedy's just going to back off. Shix wants to get this B-long control. They have someone pretty close towards B-long, which is Notex, actually. Notex spots the cross there, doesn't manage to land the bullets through the smoke, though. Frax is going to go ahead and rush him. Notex takes quick shots there onto him. Flobby, though, will go ahead and trade up onto Doll instead. Koala is just playing literally right on the balcony there. Ice God left on 38 HP there. There was a little push that sort of commenced through that wood area. Shix is going to go ahead and flash. Looks like probably wanted to get in that corner, but Flobby read that one well. Knew it was going to be coming there. It's a 4v2 situation right now. Ice God, though, is almost about to get picked up, and no Weedy will go ahead and collect the kill there, but Lisanyo gets a beautiful trade as well, and that's going to be a 1v3 situation now for Ice God. 50 seconds left on the clock, left on 38 HP, has the deagle in hand. I think he has a rifle in hand as well. I'm not quite sure, but may possibly have gone for the AWP this round. But 30 seconds left on the clock now, and he will be facing up Shix first, and Shix will just end him.
Makes that an 8-8 overall, so we're all tied up, guys, and the next 2 rounds will be decisive.
Flash and nade is gonna go out there, but Team Greedy not looking to get aggressive at all at this one. Ice God now finally gets himself into the vents here, and probably looking to make a play as well. I mean, he could possibly be hearing the people in the L-turn area, but doesn't look like anything is gonna happen right now. Weedy watching that L-turn, actually. Frax, in the meantime, though, is actually watching vent, making sure no one has pushed out. Lisanyo is in the B machine area as well with 2 other players. Bomb is dropped right behind him as well, so it looks like they are wanting to get their entries towards this B long here. Notex is actually playing off towards the balcony. Smoke and nade will go in there from Team Lüneburg, and Weedy now just playing a little anger there, watching that B top area where Notex is positioned. Lisanyo actually has already crossed that towards quad, just aiming his crosshair through the smoke there. Notex still holding his ground is what he wants to do at this point. Bomb is not in the hands of Team Lüneburg, but Fraxel will be the first one to get gunned down there. Notex holding his ground still. Flobby, though, will go ahead and pick off Doll as well, probably still towards that bottom. Koala is gonna get dropped as well by Weedy, and Notex still in the same position. He's now opting to move slightly. Ice God, though, trades up onto Weedy, and Ice God managed to get his way, managed to make his way into that vent. And now this is where the time is being killed here. The bomb is not in the hands of any member from Team Lüneburg at this point, and is really gonna be biting them, you know, in the neck, really. So Lisania now will go ahead and pick up that bomb. 40 seconds left on the clock here. I think he's going to be running back towards that B site. Flobby now looking to rotate as well. Shix is actually already in the locker room. He spots Nartex there, but Lasagna will confirm that kill. Icecode now looking at that. Vent picks off Flobby. Beautifully played there from Icecode. Lasagna has been spotted there with the bomb in his hand, just running towards the bomb site. Shix though will probably not going to finish up onto him though. Shix is still peeking out as well. Icecode coming out from Vents, probably pretty close now. Shix though will confirm that kill for himself. Shix now looking for the double. Icecode is still peeking. Shix though runs out of bullets in that AK. Icecode holding an angle and
look at the bomb timer. It's just ticking away, and still needs to face against, or it still faces 2 men, and that's gonna add a 4th round on the board. So that makes it a 9-8 overall scoreline in favor of the team Lüneburg. So puts them on match point, and let's see how they will take advantage of that now, because the moral pressure must be huge now on the team Greedy right at this point, and well, they take it very passive here yet again.
Sanyo now actually playing off in this little angle, won't actually find Nartex at all. That smoke is down, so will allow Nartex of course to play behind this quad area of course. And Lobby in the meantime though is, I don't know, is he drawing like hearts on the wood or something? I don't know. But yeah, Flobby, our street artist from on the game CrossFire, guys, for those of you who don't know. Bomb is actually dropped though, but Weedy will eventually go ahead and pick it up, and looks like he sort of wants to head off towards B. They may possibly hit A as well, but they do have time, 130 seconds, 1 minute 30 seconds, sorry. And Shirk's still in the same position. Weedy's alongside him as well. Eventually they will have to decide where they want to go. I mean, there's not, time is ticking of course.
Yeah, still to the favor of the CTs. Now they will even stretch the time, as they will well, smoke out, and this doesn't really allow frags to go through. Yes, well, it will be able to go through, but not advance to the cages, I believe. And now they are trying to nail them down to the small little entrance. Dole will finally catch Senor, as well as Koala will catch frags. Flobby will fly back at Koala at right and left. Actually, the frags fly. Somebody will assist from that balcony, and Weedy will be left alive over there at the B bomb site. Wow, what a massive round coming out of Weedy. Makes that a 4-5, and that will be
a tiebreaker.
A tiebreaker, I believe. No,
So
actually, no, hold on.
Yeah, tiebreaker.
No, I think it is a victory.
Yeah, so we're
Oh,
running into a
tiebreaker.
tiebreaker.
Yeah, okay.
So it's now actually a tie, guys, and our final map will be, I believe, Mexico, was it? I think. Let me just confirm.
First port, then subbase, and as we've presumed, Ankara and Mexico would normally be those tiebreaker maps.
Yep, pretty much. But it's actually Black Widow.
Black Widow?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
actually gonna be Black Widow here as our tiebreaker map. So
Well, that was sloppy for my taste.
so yeah, we are gonna go ahead and jump into Black Widow. But it looks like Lisandro sort of wants to take a cigarette break, but unfortunately Team Greedy saying they can't because it's sort of getting late now already, and they sort of want to close this one out. So I am gonna go ahead and ready up here.
Same goes for me.
But yeah, I mean, GG from Lüneburg there, making things 10 to 8 there on the scoreboard, of course. And yeah.
Well, in order to wrap up this game, I really need to look into specific situations, and I couldn't really name so many tactical situations, obviously, a part of Weedy trying to go through ventilation, which he couldn't quite execute because Dole, as well as I believe it was what was it? I think it was Ice God who pretty much held his ground down in the control room, so it was quite hard. I think that they were trying to execute the sneaky peeky style around that ventilation area, and as soon as they noticed they couldn't really succeed, they had to stretch the clock, and it really came down to the very last seconds. We have seen one quick bomb plant. It was by 1 minute and 50 on the round, and this was actually the only fast round that we've seen. The round came, in this round it really came down to the aggression of the CTs, and not really much that I could add here. So 4-5 is pretty much open, I would say.
Pretty much, I guess. I mean, 5 to 4 sort of. I mean, when you put things to 5 to 4, it always it sort of gives hope to the opposing side, because even though they're one round down, you know, it sort of shows that, you know, like there is a possibility they can win. Whereas compared to 6 to 3 or 7 to 2, like
This gap adds up. Yeah.
the gap adds up, and then, you know, the composure is lost, you know, mentality is lost, or like, you know, the mentality of
You
winning.
could also see
should
it
we say?
the other way around, because you know, once it really gets close and you're on the verge of becoming the you know, the finalist and
The butts
get
start
into the
clenching.
higher
Yeah, butts start clenching, the sweat starts occurring, and then, you know, suddenly we're waiting for 30 minutes as you go take a shower or something.
Well,
And yeah, so
we are actually good to go.
yeah, we are
We're just waiting
for Shix.
on one person.
Yeah, for Shix from Lüneburg. And
How do you come to the name Shix?
I don't know, from chicks to Shix. I don't know. Maybe
Maybe.
he has lisp. I don't know. Waiting for him to ready up now. I don't know. That's my conclusion. All right, there we go. Finally,
Maybe that has a different story with it.
maybe he does. I don't know. Were you like contemplating a story then?
No.
All right, guys. So let's go ahead and get it started here. We will be seeing Team Greedy playing on the global race side of things, and let's go ahead and get that ball rolling. We're sort of starting off in a 5v4 situation right now, but BD is here. He has an M4 crystal in his bag. What a legend.
Wow.
Ice Squad though will be kicking things off there with the first kill onto Frank. Nartex and probably both find a kill as well. Lisanyo did a trade up onto Koala, but it's now going to be a 4v2 situation already early on. Really just about got out of his base, and already 3 of his teammates have been dropped. Flobby now actually rocking that M4 as well.
I believe it comes down to the long distances now that they have picked up the M4.
Possibly Weedy though actually has a sniper in his hand. Ooh.
And we've concluded before, I think, that the first 10 bullets would go straight ahead.
Yep.
And then we would have to keep up spraying. So
Ooh,
maybe
Weedy
more
missing the
flammable
shot there
weapons
with
one.
the AWP, switches towards the AK, picks up the AWP, switches back to the AK, and now, oh well, there you go. Hello. Probably will go ahead and pick him up there. Flobby now going to trade up, but Nartex is there to trade up as well. And that's going to be 1-0 here to Team Greedy.
Well, 2 very quick frags right there by the beginning of the round. They went to the favor of the Team Greedy, I think it was. And so, yeah, well, Team Eps, always tempted to say Team Eps. Yeah, Lüneburg was really like, you know, they really had to make thoughts about where to go next, because, you know, long distances and there's not many opportunity to fake once you get down by 2 men. And well, now they decided to take it a little bit slower, and yet they will drop frags here by the beginning of the first round. Lobby will be there with the C4. It's pretty much the one stomping that front, and well, now he even drops the C4, so it's going to be really difficult here for Shix to pick it up again. I believe they could take it with them. No, they couldn't, and now they need to work upon the C4 before they could even you know, think of going back to B or something. And they used this smoke grenade in order to outsmoke the CTs, and as Nartex will be there on the assist, gets raided by Weedy, and this is gonna end up in a 2v2 situation here. Still, the T's are sitting pretty here. Weedy and Lesanyo with 100 and about 75 HP, and now they really need to be careful and just set it down. And the bomb goes down just as I speak at the wheel of the wagon, and well, Iceberg will be there at a long, and Lesanyo makes this head advantage known here yet again. Wow, Koala comes into play here with his Deagle as he faces off here Lesanyo in a 1v1 situation, and Lesanyo does his best of wasting this time, and it's going to be 20 seconds on the clock, and he finally makes the final kill, confirms the victory, and makes it a 1-1 in terms of rounds here in this Black W tiebreaker.
Yeah. So FR now forwarding out here, and 2 flashes go out towards that A long. And bomb is actually dropped here, so not in the hands of anyone of Team Lüneburg at the moment. Flobby just gonna disregard it as well by walking past it. Ice Guard in the meantime though is gonna go ahead and pick off Frax there, and let's see what he does here. Frax looking sorry. Frax is actually dead, so he's not probably looking at anything right now. Flobby, though, I think is sort of getting lags here, but I guess the game has just sort of sorted itself out there. And Shik's now just firing a couple of bullets that probably in the meantime, though, is playing off towards the A stairs. And Nade will go out there, but Shik's not getting it over the wall there. Flash does go out from probably. He will find the first pick there. Looking for Flobby as well. Will go ahead and spray. Picks off the double kill. 53 HP left on Flobby. Now Lisandro won't opt to peek at this one. He actually jumps out. Is going to go ahead and peek. Probably picks him up as well. And now it's all up to Weedy. Weedy is going to get dropped as well. The Weedy did manage to trade up onto probably. But beautifully done there from Team Greedy.
I think that was a little bit miscommunicated between Short and A Long. I think they tried to be, you know, surprising in a way through mid, and well, we're just really unlucky that mid and Cat were basically overprotected by 3 players. So.
Flobby though this time though will go ahead and pick off Nartex. Nartex did find a pick of his own as well. Doll though is gonna go ahead and trade that one up onto Flobby. Ice God drops a Frax as well, and Ice God will collect himself that double actually.
A very quick round as well, 3-1.
Yeah, very quick round that was. Yeah, as you said, 3-1 here. And let's see what team Lüneburg will decide to do at this point. I mean, possibly they should, you know, maybe opt for a B pushy or something. But Smoke is down towards that B long here, so let's see what they will do.
I believe they should take it way slower, considering the first, like, let's say 2 rounds they lost. Those were the quick ones. I believe they should be more sneaky and apply a few more smoke grenades over there, and they decide to do so. For some reason, the team Greedy is always able, you know, to... How shall I put it? You know, they always pre-mode where Team Lüneburg is gonna hit. And this is so unfortunate for them, because last time around they tried to favor that middle area and, you know, split up with the guys from A long, and they couldn't quite succeed because middle was overstacked by the CTs. And this time around we have 2 players at the B side, whereas we had just 1 in the last round. And now, you know, they will be just running into this wall, and they couldn't quite succeed just yet. Well, they do, and somehow they managed to go through. Nartex will be the only left alive, and he will be around middle. So now well, he needs a cover moment in order to pull that one off, because it's, well, he still sits with like 100 HP, but he needs to face 5 men, and Shix will be there sitting at the stairs of water, and he might engage first. He can take him up, and by the last shot of his clip he can finally land that kill and makes it a second round on their board. And well, the how would you say? The tables are turned? No, it's not correct.
The tables are turned. Yeah. So 3-2 now here on the scoreboard. Flobby this time watching top and mid, and just in case anyone pushes, no smoke is gonna go down there for that B long area from Koala. So let's see what they can do. Frax in the meantime though may possibly make a play through the smoke in this middle here. Could possibly pick up someone in that B doors area if someone is actually there. Let me just go ahead and check. Yeah, we actually have Doll in the doors there, and probably is coming up as well. So Frax though is actually spotting, has actually spotted, sorry, probably Cross from under Cat. So he actually does have information as to who may possibly, you know, be the quickest on the rotate. And Lisandro this time just holding out this A long, won't go ahead and pick up that bomb just now. And maybe we're going to be seeing a split towards this Cat here to get some Cat control. And Frax, yeah, is going to go ahead and line up a quick flash, or will go ahead and flash out for his teammates. They need to go ahead and push up. Lisandro will go ahead and make his way there along with Flobby. Probably in the meantime though has been spotted there. Will take a bit of damage, left on 74 HP. 3-2, sorry, 1 minute 15 seconds left on the clock here now, and they gotta do something. Frax left on 58 HP. They do have that that Cat control, sorry, but they haven't really gained much map control after that. But they are gonna go ahead and group up towards this B site. Doll is playing off in the doors. In the meantime though, we do have a Koala playing on the B, like just under the window itself, like on bomb site itself pretty much. And Doll,
well, I believe he's pretty much not allowed to stick out his weapon, neither his face or like nothing, because he really needs to wait until the last second to pop out. Well, and he decides to, he decides to stand up, and he will get noticed by Lessenil. Yet he's gonna be able to trade him. Frax will reply back onto Koala, and now the C4 will go down. 31 seconds on the clock, and leaving it all up to Ankh, Ice God, and Nartex, and well, Flobby drops himself. Well, Not quite. Not quite. Now this retake is coming in. Not quite working out here for IceGut and Nartex in a gang of 2, and Shix will drop himself to 2 remaining players, so makes it a 3 to 3 in terms of rounds, and a pretty much open one here yet again. Wow, and now look at the gang of 4 coming into that A-long area, but they wouldn't face anybody since the teams decided to go otherwise. What an unfortunate round. So first time that they have made a bad read.
Indeed, first time they have actually made a bad read. Probably though is gonna go ahead and fire a couple of bullets set towards that middle, but is gonna fall back towards B doors. B window. Fraxel is pretty close to that mid doors as well. It looks like he wants to go ahead and peek. Spots probably, but probably is gonna go ahead and finish him up there. And Nartex in the meantime though does have barracks control here. Reedy in the meantime opted to take out the AWP. This time see if he can get to work some long range picks here. And Shix in the meantime though holding that B long area, making sure no one, just making sure if anyone crosses he can go ahead and pick him up from water. Lisanio in the meantime though is playing off towards that A long. Bomb is gonna get dropped there for Flobby to pick up, as Reedy does have an open, and he is gonna go ahead and flash out that cap for him. Flobby needs to go ahead and push up there. The longer he delays, the quicker that flash is gonna dissipate, of course. Reedy though does go ahead, fire a shot there, doesn't actually manage to pick off Doll there. Doll is going to go ahead and smoke it out. Flash goes in from Doll as well. Flobby not going to get blind from that one, as he managed to turn away in time for Nartex. So in the meantime, we'll go ahead and drop Lisanio there towards that A-long. Looks like Reedy's not going to contest that one. Well, actually looks like Reedy is possibly going to contest this as well, as he's headed over in that direction. 54 seconds left on the clock now. Reedy needs to decide something, but so does the rest of, so do the other 2 of his teammates as well. I mean, Flobby is playing off in this cat, just looking at a wall of smoke. By this time, he could have grouped up with his teammate and could have pushed up that mid, but Nartex though is going to go ahead and drop Reedy there. And Shix is going to go ahead and drop towards mid doors. No one is actually watching mid, I don't think, even though there is 5 players left alive here. Flobby though will go ahead and pick off Koala there, and Flobby actually finding himself a 2k down to probably as well. I think, yeah, he has a player literally right under B window here. Shix will need to pick him up, but no, IceGut collects the double.
Wow, I believe Flobby is mad right at this point. He's mad at Shix because Shix didn't properly check up on this corner, and that was, well, a lot unfortunate here. And now I believe the team Greedy will abandon reading at all, because they noticed, well, this was a bad read last time around. We will just stop, you know, when we'll play the generic protection, and we will just let the T's come at us. This is how I would define it. At the present moment, it's a pretty much generic build, so the team Greedy are just trying to discover where they could hit, potentially where the most of the cities are. Yeah, well, how should I put it? Where are they laughing? And if they knew that there's 2 men on top of A, they probably would decide to go for B. Shix, meanwhile, made his way through to that window room, drops himself to first IceGut, and now they should commence probably because, well, you know, there's never more than one additional player at the B side, and you can pretty much run him over, and probably gets himself the trade up on Flobby, so makes it now just a 2v3 situation, sorry, for the team Greedy, I believe it is still, and now, well, the tables are turned here yet again. Wow, what a nasty shot coming out of probably really caught Frax off guard right there at his left-hand flank. Now Shix, the only left alive, doesn't have the C4 in his hands, and needs to go up against Nartex and probably Hack. First off, needs to pick up that C4, and well, Lesanio still balling with 1 HP. I didn't even see him, and I thought it's actually a bug over there. And well, Lesanio on the assist. Now I believe Shix needs to put the aggression on, because Lesanio at most should be retaken. And look at the CTs; they are making their way all the way back around to that T spawn, and if they're lucky, they will face Shix down there. No, Shix was just about lucky to get away with his life with 90 HP, and look how they just well, basically just rotated in a circle-like manner across the whole map, when probably Hack and Nartex decided to go all the way around to that T-spawn, whereas Shix and Lesanio took advantage of their misread. I believe they will be a lot mad at each other for this communication. because I think they should have just stayed where they are and hold the ground, and then decide whether or not they should, switch up the side once the bomb gets planted. And Shix could, abduce a few of health points from probably Heck, and finally drops himself the final kill on the round, makes that a 4-4 in terms of rounds, adding another round to their personal team account. So well, pretty much open here yet again. What would you say, Danny?
Oh, that was interesting. Very slow, in my opinion. I mean, picks were coming out, but very well done there, nonetheless. From the last remaining player, Shix.
We should have shown this scene like from the top view, how they revolved around the map. That was very interesting, though.
Yeah, indeed it was. And now Icecott though actually playing pretty close here towards this mid doors, probably expecting them to be there. I mean, Frax was sort of hugging that mid doors quite a lot, but Frax though will go ahead and pick off.
So
We'll go ahead and pick off Icecott there. And Frax actually making his way up towards catwalk, and Nartex is pretty close to that catwalk, as well as a Doll Flash goes in there. Frax is gonna go ahead and peek, will get picked up there. And
this is the first double protection of Cat that we have witnessed up until now, and they are doing it for the third time, I believe, as far as I can recall. At the same time, Flobby together with Shix and Lesanyo decide to go for that B bomb side, while Koala Beast only needs to be patient, and while he will stick out. What is he gonna do? He's gonna go for the aggressive push in towards that window area. Will fall victim to Shix finally, and now they have pretty good chances to plant the bomb, and well, they just have to hold off the CTs from the retake. 33 seconds on the clock here right at this point as we speak, and I think the CTs wasted all of their grenades, which is gonna be it's going to be a lot harder for them now to retake. Shix drops himself, well, 2 players on the round, Doll and Nartex, and well, how sneaky probably was right at this point, and he drops himself a third. Oh my word, going on a streak. Wow. Probably adds a Cooper moment. Definitely in the zone. 5-4 is the overall scoreline in this half, so, well.
Yeah, well, there we have it.
It was a back and forth game again. What shall we say?
There
like
we
TG
have
took,
it, so
I think Lüneburg took the first round, then the 3 consecutive rounds went back to back for the team Greedy. Then Lüneburg picked up the next 2 consecutive rounds, and then it was pretty much open 4-4, and then they were just balling, and that's pretty much it. Pretty much as much as I have to say about the half, and well, I'm just pumped to see the final half.
Finally, and I'm just gonna go ahead and ready up here. And yeah, I mean, like as you said, a very interesting first half, of course, coming out of both teams, but of course, Team Greedy securing that 5-4 here. Now let's see what sort of aggression they will opt to go for, or like what sort of strat, or should we say setup, they're gonna opt to go for this second half. We're actually just waiting on Doll
I felt
here.
somehow that the teams aren't really well prepared for that, because I haven't seen any elaborated strategy coming out of neither of the teams for the team.
See, like the thing is, like when teams tend to practice against each other, I don't know if this still is going on, but like most teams generally will practice against each other, but they'll use the most basic common garden strats that you could like sort of witness. So it'll be the most generic of strats, which is like 2-1-2 setups and that sort of stuff. And like it's just something that you
all I could notice was they just tried to overstack. They tried to fake and overstack, and that was pretty much about it for the whole game.
Yeah. And like that's the sort of thing. I mean, like, but teams. I mean, I remember Penta. I'm pretty sure Penta did this last year as well. I mean, what they did was like, of course, they had a couple of like strats that they used in and out, but most of their like plays were very very generic, and they saved most of their strats for like the CFS match that they went to in 2014.
You mean in a way? We have a lot bigger fishes to fry, and we'll leave it up to.
Yeah, and we'll show it on the international stage.
The Russians,
exactly.
they did the same. The team RU Legends.
Yeah, RU Legends. Yeah.
They even said it on an interview, and I was like standing right next to them, and I could listen in because they were talking Russian and everything. They gave it for the Russian TV and the Russian press side, and they were like, yeah, we just played this, we just played it the semi-final, and no, I think they were going for the for the third or the fourth place. Like, no, yeah, they lost and in the quarterfinal, and then they said, well, they had to play for the third place, and they said on the interview, well, we lost, we're quite disappointed with ourselves, and we knew we would be doing good against Asian teams anyway because we trained on aiming and everything, but we didn't really use many of our strategies because we knew that we will win anyway, and this is why we saved them all for the third place match, and many teams act this way.
I guess it's just a generic, a somewhat generic mentality that most CrossFire teams go into. I mean, like if you look at the CS:GO scene, when you look at how the meta has changed, due to say like three of the top teams.
The approach to the game and the game preparation for the tournament.
It's funny though because like I mean, in terms of CS:GO itself though, like so many strats have like most strats are the same, but like as soon as the public sort of realizes that these sort of strats work, by the time the public starts catching up and other teams start catching up with those strats, new ones are suddenly invented, and now obviously that's not the same that's not the same issue that we see in CrossFire. Like as soon as we see a specific sort of strat, that strat is used by everyone else, but like other teams then therefore can't decide like we need to think of something new, and they sort of can't handle that, and therefore just go to the most basic strat possible. Yeah. But anyway though, Lüneburg now headed off onto the blacklist side here now into the second half. 5-4 Team Greedy as we currently know, and sorry, not Lüneburg on the blacklist side, it's actually Greedy on the blacklist side.
Well, I think Floby stands there pretty much in the open if it comes to my taste. Yes, he's just hiding behind that wagon, if you will, or behind the car. How do you guys call it nowadays?
It's called train. It's actually a satellite, but like a satellite train thing, but people call it train. So
I used to call it wagon all the time.
Yeah.
And
so
people understood me. So well, pretty interesting position over there because Floby is the only left at that A bomb site, and all the rest went over to B because I think they were promoting that B rush. And they were right in thinking this. Oh, Shix pretty much, well, too greedy for my taste, went out in this open, and there you go. 5-3 is the number advantage here for the favor of the team TG, and now it's going to be a lot difficult here for the cities to retake. Lesenio is the only left alive here, needs to go up against 5 men, and he doesn't have flashes. He drops himself to first, and he's looking to continue to carry on this streak. Will find Nartex and receive this face palm. First round confirmed here for the team Greedy.
Yeah, so let's see what Team Greedy go for. I mean, I would have thought they'd do some early pushes like they did on the port here. I mean, first round on port, they went for a full-on A push and they secured themselves the first round, but doesn't matter though. Let's see what they do this time. I mean, first round already on the scoreboard for them, making things 6-4, and Dolna actually going to head back, needs to pick up that bomb as well. Remember, he's going to possibly go ahead and smoke that mid doors there, and Koala in the meantime is also mid as well. 2 smokes going out in that mid doors. Floppy is still playing towards that ace. I don't know if he spotted the Nartex there, but VD is sort of firing shots in this middle there. Maybe he saw a little red tags popping up through that smoke there, but Koala will be the first one to get dropped there from Shix, and now Shix probably thinking that is going to most likely be more players towards that catwalk there, but then again though, he isn't going to go ahead and check. Is going to get full flash there, and will get picked off from Ice God. Flobby though still behind that train, and is going to get picked off from Doll there. Flobby did secure 1 frag onto Nartex there, but as mentioned, will fall as well. Bomb not in the hands of Team Greedy at this point as they dropped it off towards that B-long. Doll now having to run all the way back here and go ahead and collect that. Yeah, we'll go ahead and eventually collect that, but already though we can see Frax, Weedy and Lisanyo here are pretty much in pre-retake positions at this point, but Frax is headed off towards the B-bomb site. Weedy is still in catwalk. Bomb is going to get planted there, and I'm guessing Frax now realizes it's actually A site.
Really took an eternity for this before the get planted.
Yeah, eventually the C4 yet. Did just get planted here. Frax though will go ahead and pick off Ice God as Ice God traded up onto the Sanyo there. Now he's all up to Weedy here. 1-on-2 situation. He has the M4 in hand. Still has sufficient amount of HP, but Doll will go ahead and finish him up there, and that's going to be 7-4.
Well, it was a very thankless situation here for Weedy. He really tried his best, and well, what will you do against two remaining fully healthy Ts? Not really much, so no. Doesn't really go their way right at this point. Lesania will take it a little bit more aggressive. That was a mistake coming out of him, and he will leave, I believe it was, who was it actually? Yeah, well, Frax will also fall victim now that he's the only left alive at B, and this is going to be a lot difficult now for the CTs to retake it, because as you can see, the smoke was done and will cut their way off, so this is going to buy them a lot of time. You normally would not run the risk and go through that smoke. Now the flash grenade commences, and they really need to work with all the remaining grenades in order to get in safely. Otherwise they will get, you know, just out-tapped, because they have 5 men and they can pretty much cover up every single entrance, and there are 3. Natex will finally land the kill over Weedy, and Floppy will try to make his way in through the doors, gets nailed down by Ice God, and I think he's gonna looking for the knife kill. Oh my word, so rude by Ice God, and eventually decides to, you know, finish the job with his deagle, so make that a 3rd round on the board for the team Greedy, and well, things are... Oh my word,
Oh,
Koala.
what a pick there from Koala through
Wow.
though.
We shouldn't write them off just yet, but I believe now that Team Lüneburg start crumbling pretty hard.
Pretty much, I mean 8-4 here, down 4 rounds so far, and Doldo will once again pick off another player here. Lisanio playing off towards the Richie box here, will get shot, gonna get shot down to 50 HP, but that's not gonna stop him from picking up probably, and probably will forward. Ice God actually was quick on that refrag as well, and now it's a 4v2 situation here. Frax now making his way up towards mid. Nartex is in that window. Nartex actually still hasn't spotted him, and now eventually does, and does pick him up. Now it's all up to Flobby. 1-on-4 situation. Can he do this? Will find the first one though, but Ice God is gonna finish him up.
Great aiming nonetheless by Flobby over there, but you know, there wasn't really much that he could do, and now this momentum really goes Team Greedy's way, so well, I don't see anything that could now really help out the Team Lüneburg, and well, I'm really sorry for the locals, you know, for the local Patriots to go down like this 4-0 now, or being down 4 rounds, but anyway, you know, this is just how the way it goes, and well, now this Soul Train is moving into that B bomb site yet again, will outsmoke the entrance of that B. Weedy gets naded pretty much right there, and another smoke will go down. Will buy them a lot of time here, I believe, and now the C4 advances here to the bomb place, where it will get, how do you say, it will get stick to the floor, right? Is that the way you say it?
The bomb?
Yeah.
I guess you could put it like that, yeah.
Because you always say the bomb gets sticked.
Oh, I'm sticking the plant. I'm sticking the bomb.
You stick in the bomb. Okay,
Yeah.
so the bomb is stuck or sticked, and 70 seconds left on the clock as 3 remaining players will be attempting to get into that B bomb site, and it was a lot of miscommunication and was not very well synchronized, so makes that a 5th round on the board, and an overall confirmation of the victory for the Team Greedy, as they will advance to the finals, I believe. So
Yep,
there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The second final is confirmed. It is going to be Team Greedy taking on Escape, and it is going to be about Cardinals to take on the Team Lüneburg, who are still in the money, but of course now, how is it called? Like the 3rd prize, the prize for the 3rd place is how is it called in English terms?
Sorry?
The prize. If you give somebody a prize for not winning the main, how is it called? You're not really sure where.
I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure where you're coming from.
Okay.
But you've confused me now.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, though, I think that's gonna wrap it up for that 3rd place map.
I will look it up on the dictionary.
Okay. So yeah, guys, I think that's pretty much gonna wrap it up for that game there. And coming up now will be, of course, the 3rd place match between Cardinals and Lüneburg, and then of course we will be having the grand finals. But anyway,
it's
guys,
a consolation money.
okay, consolation
I
money.
got by the power of the smartphone.
Okay. Right, I understand. But anyway, guys, yeah, we will be seeing you very shortly as we're gonna go into a quick break here, guys, and we will be back, well, very shortly. Don't go anywhere.